What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have After Forever. Yes, indeed. How about that? After Forever making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity boobity bop, do me a favor. Before you do all those things, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Wencho101, and this is actually Wencho's prioritized request for the month of January for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Wencho. I hope you enjoy the show, man. Wencho101 wanted to see me react to this song by After Forever called Discord. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Metal Wish, okay? And the video has 683,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. After Forever, Discord, live, Prog Power, USA 8, back in 2007. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Okay, first of all, before people are going, why isn't he shocked and surprised that it's Floor Jansen? I knew it was Floor Jansen. Listen, you guys in the Nightwish Army, you've made it very clear to me that Floor has been in several other projects. This band, and then later another band called Revamped. You guys have, I hate to say it, but you guys kind of spoiled it. So I knew going in that she was in this because y'all told me she did. Now, if you all hadn't told me, I probably would have gone, oh my God, is that Floor? The problem is I knew it was, thanks to all of you, spoiling it for me. So I'm not surprised. I like the dynamic between the two vocalists. I like the lead. I don't know if he's a lead guitar. He's probably rhythm guitar. I like the dynamic between the rhythm guitar player. I'm going to assume he's rhythm guitar for right now, unless I'm proven wrong later. Rhythm guitar with the grit and growl versus Floor's clean vocals. I like that dynamic. I don't like it when bands will just do pure grit and growl. I'm not a fan. I never have been. I never will be. I did a very long reaction not too long ago to Lorna Shore with a trilogy of songs, and I said I'm not a fan of that style of vocal where it's just pure grit and growl, no melodics, no subharmonics, nothing. It's just pure grit and growl. So hearing him do that, tempered with Floor's melodic vocals, I can handle that. I'm here for that all day long. I like that little dichotomy. I like that. Musically, musicianship-wise, I am getting serious shades of early Dream Theater, like Images and Words and Awake Dream Theater. Maybe Change of Seasons, possibly. When Kevin Moore was in the band, the original keyboard player, when Kevin Moore was in the band, I'm getting serious shades of that type of feel from Dream Theater with this band musically. I'm digging it. I'm absolutely digging it. Let's keep going here. Wow. There are some things I'm going to say in the review. Not right now. But there are some things I'm going to say in the review that people may not like hearing. People may not like hearing me say them. But I'm sorry. It's my opinion, but I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me. And the funny thing is, a lot of the people that'll agree with me are a lot of those people that are going to hate what I'm going to say. They're going to hate it, but they're going to agree with me. They don't want to hear it, but there's no denying it. But I'm going to save that for the review. Floor singing with the track. You can already see, this is what, 2007? This is before she joined Nightwish, obviously. I don't know if this is before Revamped. I don't know. I don't know where this is in relationship to where Revamped is, but I know it's before Nightwish. She joined Nightwish in 2012, I think, late 2012 or early 2013. I don't know. It's one of those, but this is way before that. But you can already hear her vocal ability, being able to sing with track accurately, precisely with track. Guys, track is absolutely unforgiving. Track is pre-recorded. It's not going to adjust. So your vocals, if you're going to be singing along to track, have got to be spot on. Because if you're singing with track and somebody is out of tune, somebody's a little flat, somebody's a little sharp, guess who it is? I guarantee you it ain't the track. I've heard that too. I've worked in bands that have played with track, and the singer sings along with track, and the singing is out of key, and the singer is so infatuated with the idea of themselves, has the gall, the audacity to sit there and go, oh, it must be the track. I remember one time that was a band I was playing with, and I was subbing. I wasn't even a part of the band. I was subbing, right? And the singer was just constantly flat, and you could see the guitar players. Both guitar players were just getting more and more upset. And we finished up. We were like, about an hour into rehearsal, and the vocalist was just constantly flat, And finally, the two guitar players had enough. And I remember one guitar player took his guitar down. Now, he didn't slam it on the ground, but he basically threw it into the guitar rack. And he's like, dude, when are you going to get your bleep together and sing on bleeping key? And the singer's like, what are you talking about? And I'm just sitting back there with the drummer. I'm looking at the drummer. The drummer just kind of looked at me and went, it's always like this. And the guitar player went on. He's like, you've been singing out of key for the last hour. You've been constantly flat for the last hour. Get your bleep and bleep together and sing in bleep and key. And the guy with a straight face, he absolutely believed this, looked at the guitar player and went, well, that just means you need to fix the track because I know for a fact I'm singing in key. At that point, I couldn't hold it anymore. I laughed. I was like, bah! And I quickly covered up my mouth. And the lead singer looked at me. He's like, you're fired. I was like, okay. That's fine with me. And the two guitar players immediately ran to me like, no, don't go anywhere, please. We got a show in a week. We need you. I'm like, nah, man, your lead vocalist just fired me. I'm out of here. But they came outside, they talked me back in. I said, all right, fine, but if your lead vocalist fires me again, I'm really out of here because I don't need that. So, yeah, it was just funny. You would not believe how many lead vocalists are out there who are so infatuated with the idea of themselves that they are singing in key and the track is not. It's funny. It's hilarious, actually. But to hear Floor singing this early on in her career with track as accurately as she is, man, that's good stuff. That is great stuff. Oh, God, it's so Dream Theater. That is Kevin Moore. Energy. It's almost over. Nice. Really nice. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was After Forever with Discord. This was a request from Wencho101. And this was actually Wencho101's prioritized request for the month of January for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Wencho. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. Let's just get right to it. let's just get right to it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.5. Yep, 8.5. I feel great about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
This was a great job. I mean, I've never heard anything from After Forever, but after hearing this, I think I need to listen to these guys more. They, from a musicality standpoint, from an instrumental standpoint, they really reminded me of early Dream Theater, like Images and Words, Awake. Argument can be made for Change of Seasons. I could definitely see that argument being made. Anything with Kevin Moore as their keyboard player, you hear it. You hear it. Maybe even going as far back as When Day and Dreams Unite. You might even be able to go back that far. Kevin Moore was in the band at that time, so I mean, he was one of the original founding members. The keyboard tone, in particular, very reminiscent of Kevin Moore's favorite keyboard tone. That I wouldn't say it's a lead synth line. I wouldn't say that would be the correct thing, but you hear it. Like, you'll hear. You go back and listen to anything from Images and Words, or more importantly, go back and listen to anything from Awake, especially songs like Space Divest, although Space Divest was more piano than that. But you'll go back and listen to, one of the things that Dream Theater used to love to do, especially with the album Awake, is they would have recurring themes. Like, you would hear the main melodic line of Space Divest through at least 2 or 3 other songs on that album. And they would do that throughout the entire album, taking melodic lines from different songs and inserting them into other songs at just key points, just for a brief, mention, and then they would leave and go back into the main riff of the song that they were playing. But you would hear that quite often, and it's very cool to hear. But it had a very similar tone. I was absolutely getting shades of Dream Theater in this, not just in the keyboard player, but the guitar and bass as well, and in the drumming. Maybe not as complex in the drumming as Mike Portnoy. I think Portnoy is probably a little more complex than what this guy was doing, but solid drumming nonetheless. Now, instrumentational wise, they did a great job, man. Great job. Fantastic job. I absolutely can appreciate what they did. Mind-blowing? No, because I've heard Dream Theater. And I was like, okay, they sound just like it. But I will say they did a fine job of emulating Dream Theater's sound. For Jansen. Okay. Here we go. This is where I'm going to say some things that could very possibly upset a lot of people. But the funny thing is, at least half of the people that I upset are going to agree with me. They may not like it, they don't want to hear it, but they're going to agree that, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's funny watching superstars. And I would absolutely call Floor Jansen a superstar. It's funny watching the evolution of superstars and their growth through bands. And how sometimes, and this is where I'm going to upset some people, how sometimes that superstar, without meaning to, and they're not trying to, but how that superstar will outshine the band that they're currently in, and you see them, and you know that person, that one person is destined for greatness. That one person is destined to go on and do bigger and better things. And the rest of the band, unfortunately, is going to fall into obscurity. Now, I know After Forever dissolved, and I think they dissolved in 2008 or 2009. It was before 2010. I know they fell apart. I don't know why they fell apart. I don't know why they dissolved, but folks, after seeing this, I could absolutely see why. I could absolutely see I hate to say this, but the need for that band to dissolve. Because Floor, I'm sorry, watching this, you could see it. She was absolutely destined for bigger and better things. If she had stayed in this band and not moved on and kept and forced this band to keep going, number one, I don't think she would have been the household name that she has become now. Number two, I think that she would have been dragged down, and I don't think she would have evolved because she would have been stuck in this box that was called After Forever. Now, like I said, that is not a slight against the musicians in the band. I have a feeling the musicians are phenomenal musicians in their own right. but in the entity, the collaboration, the band that is known as After Forever was only going to go so far. I'm sorry. It just, I don't see the potential for growth, especially for the individuals in the band within the confines of After Forever. Now, that does not mean that I did not enjoy listening to this. I absolutely did enjoy listening to this. It was fun to listen to, and I absolutely enjoyed it. Will this go on a playlist? I could see it going on some playlists. I could see it going on my driving playlists. Absolutely. But I'm sorry. I could see the superstar potential in Flora Jansen in this. She stood out, heads and tails above everybody else in the band. And if she had not moved on from After Forever to other projects, including Nightwish, it would have been, I hate to say this, but it would have been a crime. It would have been an absolute crime. It would have been criminal to hold her back like that. So I'm glad she's not in there. I'm glad she didn't get stuck. I'm glad she moved on to bigger and better things. Again, not meant to be a slight in any way, shape, or form against After Forever. I'm just glad that she moved on and she was able to do bigger and better things that really brought out her potential. You know, and like I said, they did a fine job, okay? I would not be giving this a score of 8.5 if I didn't think they did a great job. In particular with their live show. I gotta say, their live show was fun to watch. Saw a lot of stage energy, a lot of stage presence, some great crowd interaction, some great stage interaction where they were interacting with each other. That was fun to watch. Showmanship, it was all there. Only thing that was kind of missing was production, but that's because I don't think at the time there was a whole lot of production being done with this band because A, they didn't have the financial backing to do all the production that they could have done. B, maybe the venue wouldn't allow it. I mean, there's always that possibility. So, you know, the only thing that was lacking was production, but everything else was there. All the important stuff was there. Production, it's like the sprinkle, not even the icing on the cake. It's like the sprinkles. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice to have. Is it a necessity? No, not at all. The stage presence, stage energy, crowd interaction, stage interaction, showmanship, that's necessary. Production's extra. No, I enjoyed watching this. I had a great time watching this. And like I said, I know I'm going to say things that are going to upset people. I know I am. But guys, it's my opinion, okay? Now, if you're going to take my opinion as fact and get all butthurt about it, I'm sorry. That's on you. That's not my fault. You know, maybe you should talk to a therapist or something, you know, about getting over that kind of hang up. But, you know, that's just how I feel. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. So, and like I said, I'm sure there's going to be people out there who may not like what I said, but they can't deny that they agree with what I said. They may not like it, but they agree with me. Anyway, 8.5, I feel really good about that score. I think it's a score that this absolutely deserves. It was a great job. So we're going to stick with that 8.5. So, 8.5, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.